Hi, hello, and welcome to Geetha's Cooking. Let's always spice up our life, shall we? Today we are going to venture into one of the regions of Tamil Nadu, Chettinad. Chettinad cuisine is very special and spicy, and it's all about their local flavors. So why wait? Let's get started and check out the recipe, shall we? Let's start our marination with lemon, yogurt, turmeric, salt, chili powder and ginger garlic paste. We need to marinate the chicken for about 30 minutes and I've taken about a kilo of drumstick here, and make sure that all the masalas are coated really well, and you will need a drumstick for this. Don't try other ones because it's not the best. We start roasting our masalas now. For that we will need a star anise. Star anise is a unique spice in this dish. Some cinnamon. I'm taking some cardamoms. But for cloves, about a teaspoon of poppy seed, 1.5 tablespoon of coriander seeds. Coriander seeds is in large quantity in this because it adds flavor. Fennel seeds, cumin, peppercorn, and about 6 red chillies. The roasting process has now started. Take your time in roasting all your spices because the spices have to blend in well and roast, and a nice aroma should be released out of all of them. So this might take about 4 to 5 minutes depending on the quantity of the spice you generally take. I was talking about Chettinad and their spices. If you would have noticed, see how I've had the star anise today. That is a very that particular spice is added in most of the Chettinad cooking, and it gives a real extra edge. It's almost like a cinnamon, but that gives an added flavor to the Chettinad cuisine. So once that's done, we now transfer it to a blender jar. We now add about half a cup of coconut and add the required amount of water, say about half a cup of water, and it's ready for blending now. Let's start our tempering now. I'm going to be using Gingelly oil for this, about 2 tablespoons. Gingelly oil will taste very nice for this dish, but if you don't have it, as I always say, you can use any oil. Wait for the oil to heat up nicely. I'm using about 20 pearl onions, or shallots as we call them. Shallots, as I said, I get it in the frozen form. There is also fresh form, but if you don't find shallots, you can use one big Spanish onion. Don't use white onions, please. Then add couple of green chillies. They should be sliced. Give it a good saute. You'll need to saute it for about a minute or two until it kind of turns golden brown. Once the sauteing is done, we are just about we can start adding our tomatoes and other stuff, but watch what I'm doing. Once it's golden, this is when I'm adding my 1 large tomato. Again, the tomato has to blend in nicely, mashed up. It should be almost in a mashed up stage, so keep sauteing your tomato as well. The secret to tomatoes and the pearl onions to fry faster, I always say, you will be adding some pinch of rock salt to it. That helps the sauteing process go quicker. So I'm doing that now. See how I take my time, and then now this is the time to add the turmeric as well. Turmeric will give a nice color, so you will be adding some more turmeric here. I know you've added it for the marination, but you're gonna have to do it here as well, as the color comes out nicely. Now once that's done, keep sauteing it to almost to a kind of a paste stage, because this is very important, as this flavor has to really soak into your chicken and the Chettinad masalas. If this is not sauteed well, it will kind of give you a very raw smell, and you don't want to have that, because when the flavors are going in, the onion and the tomato can sometimes stand alone and it almost becomes like a tomato rice or a tomato puree, and that is why I'm taking my time here to saute it really well. Time to add our chicken now. So I'm going to start adding all the chicken pieces into the fry pan. Make sure they're stacked up nicely, so you don't have to do too much of a turning around and break them or anything like that. Also make sure you add all the sauce that's been marinated back into the dish and give it a good stir, but at the same time be a bit gentle so you don't break them into pieces. Now this process, once I give it a stir, I generally leave it for about 5 minutes on the stove for the chicken to cook a bit more, and then I add my masala that we already blended. So the blended masala is in now, and again I am making sure I am mixing it very well with the chicken. Give it a good stir again, stir it gently for about 2 minutes or so, and make sure every chicken is coated with all the masalas that we have blended. Once that's also done, again I'm going to add some more water to it, because I don't want the chicken to be too dry, because we have to cook this for another 20-30 minutes, so I'm adding more water. Time to add some curry leaves. Curry leaves gives a very enhanced flavor, so make sure you add your curry leaf at this stage, and again give it mixed. Check your salt at this point. If you feel you need more salt, you can add some. If not, it's up to you. I have a feeling that I might need a bit more salt, but I'm going to make sure first I'm going to give it a good stir and then see how I go. The cooking process, again, as I said, is going to be about 30 minutes. We will need some salt. I've added that. Put your lid back on and leave it in, say, about a medium flame. That will do for about 30 minutes. If you feel like it, you can check it in between. Chicken should be ready. Yes, you can see it's all the flavors have come out and the oil is out, so it's nice and ready now. Our Chettinad chicken is now ready to be served. Now you may ask why Chettinad cuisine is very special. It's due to the combination of all the spices, and it's loaded with distinct aromas and flavors. So here you have it, a lovely Chettinad chicken here. Let me know what you think of it in the comments box. Subscribe and like it. Now you can serve this Chettinad chicken with rice or chapatis. Rice is probably the best combination for this. Try it and let me know how you go, guys. Thank you very much, and bye for now.